Hey everybody, happy July! It is a new month. Somehow, this year's really gotten away from me. I have no idea what's going on, but there's a lot of good stuff. I'm positive about this month. I feel really good. I feel like my Jordan rookie card pile keeps growing a little bit. My personal pile keeps decreasing quite a bit with what I just paid the AC guy. AC guy came out on Friday. He was like, sorry, Justin, I got bad news. And it's bad when you're on first name basis with the AC guy, because the AC guy, who's Cody, who's awesome, comes every year. Every year the AC guy comes. I've replaced my units. I've had to replace upstairs stuff. I've had to replace so much. Anyway, I was like, you know what? Probably needs to refill the Freon, and I'll pay my, I don't know, $500 or whatever and be done with it. And he's like, sorry, Justin, bad news. Your coil has a leak, and I'm going to have to drive 3 towns over and pick up a new one, and I'll be back tomorrow. It's like, oh, no. He's like, this one's going to sting a little bit. I was like, great. Thanks, Cody. I appreciate it. You're such a good dude. But that's not the news I wanted to hear. Anyway, came on Saturday, got me all fixed up, and house is back to normal. Wife is happy, and happy wife, happy life. Because I'm pretty sure that if I had had her in our sweltering heat any longer, because it's already over 100, that she would have divorced me, and those are real expensive. Plus, I would have been sad. So, whatever it cost, it was worth it. Got to keep the wife happy. I digress. I am actually going to do a fun VR. For Robert Over Commenting Collector, I have some props. He is doing a VR challenge where he's asking for your most torn up cards, the cards that look like they got ran over by a truck. And as soon as I saw that, I went, whoa, I got the right one. I know which one I'm going to do. And I challenge you to try to beat me, because I don't think you can. I actually got this card recently. But before that, speaking of janky, like just messed up cards, because I open a lot of junk wax, a lot of gum stained cards that you don't really want in your collection. And then just cards I've had forever that I used to play with and sort, and they're just beat up a little bit. What I do is, I had a bonfire last year where my kid had so much fun throwing him in the fire. I don't know, he had so much fun with it, and the whole gist was like, hey, if you're watching this live and you want any of these cards, you can have them. So yeah, we were burning junk wax cards that had seen better days, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, you know what? If there's less cards in the junk wax era, that really increases the rarity, increases the value to you. So I'm helping out all the viewers, all the collectors out there by burning some of my terrible cards that I didn't really want anyway. Some people are like, well, I can't believe you're burning cards. I'm like, dude, look at this card. It is donezo. I mean, it wasn't even good enough to send out to TTM, because I like to TTM some of my more beat up cards anyway. Especially the older ones that are harder to get a hold of, at least for me, because I don't see them very often. But what else I like to do when I'm ripping my more modern junk era stuff, ones that have seen better days, is I throw them in a big box and I give them to my son, and sometimes my wife does too. I'm like, hey, you can use these as your art projects, because he likes to mess around in art, and so he made these for me. He just took this old, you can see this one, it says Hall of Fame on it. So he does stuff like this. Like, he did this really cool Angels one that he didn't finish it, but I love it. It's got like angel wings and a halo. It's just really cool. I love how he do it, but you can see it's been gum stained on the back. This one too. But what I asked him to do was, I always ask him to put his name on it and sign it. So actually he did these in December. So it's been a minute. I'd like to get some new ones. I'll ask him to do that. So that's one thing you can do with your old cards that you don't want. I love it. I think it's super fun. Okay, so here is drum roll for my jankiest, nastiest card ever. I just actually got this card probably 3 months ago or something from my son's buddies. Shout out to the Williams boys. We were coming home. I was driving them home from school, and they're like, "Hey, is this card worth anything?" And I have it sleeved up, and I'm like, "No, that's the worst card I've ever seen." He's like, "Well, you can have it," and I'm like, "Well I do actually kind of love it. It's worth nothing. It's amazing, but let me just zoom in so you can see how terrible this card is." All right, you got to be very careful with this one. Again, if you have one that's worse than this, a better, worse card, I'd love to see it. I don't think you can outdo me. This is Michael Jordan, the great Michael Jordan. That's right, the great one is in this extremely frail, beat up card. You can see him right there, but here it's like it looks like it's been in somebody's pocket and it got washed a few times. But here we go. What makes this extra awesome, and like I said, you can't beat me. If there was a contest, I feel like I would definitely be in the top 3 because there's no way that this card should have survived. But look at this. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. I have to be very careful with it. I'm going to actually set it down in 2 pieces so I can fix it later. This is the worst card I've ever seen. And the fact that it's the goatiest of all goats, Michael Jordan, makes me love it even more. It's awful. How did this survive? I have no idea. But it is, and it's forever home. I don't think I'll ever give it up. It is awful and amazing. So shout out to Robert. Go, let me see your worst card if you got one. I dare you. Hope you all had a great month, great day, great week, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Nerd alert!